Now it's been 19 years since the Mother's Day flood of 2006 hit Maine.
Meteorologist Christian Bridges is joining us now to tell us how much rain fell and where the towns were hit the hardest.
Yeah, so this was a really major event in far southern Maine. It was kind of localized. It was really mainly down in York County, but it ended up being a really major flood that caused a lot of damage. And if you're watching from York County, especially right along the coastline, York, Ogunquit, you probably remember this if you were here around Mother's Day back in 2006. So first I'm going to show you this image. This is on Route 1. This is a bridge over the Cape Nettic River. This collapsed because we had incredibly high river flows that ended up destroying this bridge. It's since been rebuilt, but really impressive to think that we had enough rain to wash out this well-built bridge. Here's a picture of that event in York on Railroad Avenue during the Mother's Day weekend. So yeah, it really puts into perspective our Mother's Day we just had, which was overall really nice. And we did not get quite as much rain Friday night into Saturday to lead to anything like this, which is good news. But yeah, 19 years since this event caused $7.5 million in damage down in York County. We had lots of road washouts like this. You can see this is from the USGS, U.S. Geological Survey. That's the road over the Josias River. You can see off in the distance there, that road has been washed out. So yeah, major event, but it was kind of localized. It was like a fire hose of moisture was directed right at York County. So you can see here, here's the setup. We had a upper level low, very similar to what we saw last week, although this low was working in tandem with that high pressure. You see that H over Nova Scotia, and it sort of just funneled all the moisture right into southern Maine. And it was connected directly down to the tropics, so it was very tropical moisture. It was kind of similar to what we see sometimes in the summer or fall when we get a tropical system that moves nearby or through the area. Get that very humid air, that very tropical moisture. That can bring a lot of rain, and that's exactly what we saw back in 2006. So how much rain did we see? Well, this happened over about 10 days. It rained basically every day for 10 days, and it was a lot of rain, and most of it fell on Mother's Day, a good amount of it, which was May 14th that year. Here's some of the totals down in York County from this flood. 16 inches of rain in just 8 days in Cape Nettic. We got 15 inches in Ogunquit, 14 inches in Elliott. Sanford got almost 12 inches. Kennebunkport got around 10 inches. Even Portland, which was not hit as hard or as badly by the flooding, got nearly 8 inches of rain in this period. And Cape Nettic, of that 16 inches, 8 inches of that fell on Mother's Day alone. So yeah, really, it's easy to see why we had so much flooding when we are talking about rainfall like this. And for some perspective, Friday night into Saturday, we saw about 2 to 3 inches of rain. So this is, maximized to the extreme here with that rainfall. And we saw 500-year floods on many rivers down in York County. That includes the Cape Nettic River, where we saw that bridge getting washed out, Ogunquit River as well, Little River. There's so many rivers, the Moosam River down there as well. All were hit very hard. And what that means essentially is that there's only a 0.2% chance of a flood of that magnitude occurring in any given year. So really rare event, something that typically is seen only once about every 500 years down in York County. And for a wrap up here, here's what that bridge looks like now. They built it wider, taller, stronger. So hopefully if we did see something similar in the future, it would survive that flood. So yeah, pretty crazy.
I mean, you look at the picture from Cape Nettic, that bridge, and then what happened to the Josias River, was that it? The Josias, and it's mind-boggling to me, the power of water.
Yes.
I mean, that's what happened in New Orleans during Katrina, is the water. The wind pushed the water into the levee and knocked it down. The same thing here, just the power of that water knocking out. I mean, look how big those cement blocks were.
Exactly. And it's, we like drive on our roads every day. We drive over these bridges. We see the rivers and streams, and they always look really docile when it's not a flood event like this. But yeah, it's amazing what can happen after you get, 15 inches of rain. Yeah, it can just wash a road away like it's absolutely nothing.
And 8 hours in one day on Mother's Day?
Yeah, 8 inches of rain in one day. That's crazy to see. Well, if you've got any weather-related questions you'd like to ask our Weather Authority team, you can email us at weather@wgme.com.